haven't seen 9/11: The Road to Tyranny, it's free all over the internet. You get the DVD at Infowars.com. You need to get that film, and it's 2.5 hours long, but about 2 hours in, there is a Marine Corps captain who has since retired and did quite well with a computer company in Austin. I'll just leave it at that. And he saw an Army checkpoint in Kyle, Texas on I-35. He called me, showed me documents, photos, everything. In 1988 and 89, he was kicking in doors in Norfolk, Virginia with a police jacket on as an active duty Marine on gun dealers' homes and businesses. So, sir, there's a huge secret operation going on that's decades old that transcends presidents. And they're trying to figure out how to make the military evil. They're trying to figure out how to train you to do this. And the good news is you failed. You failed the test. You're not evil. And so they are mad. Even though they have Jack Bauer, the hero who tortures innocent people to get answers on 24. Even though they try to brainwash you, you have withstood the brainwashing. And so that's why the globalists can sit here and rob us and do all these bad things, but they can't get the full power thanks to you. Go ahead.
Well, thank you, and I know you need to go to the callers. I do appreciate it, though, and just remember also, I mean, I listen to you daily as much as I can, and I really wish you were on XM because that's what I have in my vehicle. But
they only have us on Saturdays.
Okay, well, I just want to make the last point that, just remember that there are lots of us. There are probably more than you know. Active duty military, not just the Marine Corps, the Army, throughout the branches of service that, we're not going to stand for this. And as an old platoon sergeant I used to have years ago said, we're not going to go quietly into the night. So,
well, God bless you.
Remember, thank you very much, Alex, and keep doing what you do. It's really getting out there. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, John. Well, in closing, and I'm going to go to break and come back with more calls for the final hour. In closing, I want to say this. So many great men and women have gone and been shot and wounded and killed and dismembered for the idea of America. Some of the wars were just, some of them were unjust, but they believed they were doing good. They had courage. They had honor. And men and women want to be honorable, and they want to be good, and they want to stand up for good. But the social engineers know how to paint evil as if it's good and good as if it's evil. And by degrees, they corrupt you and twist you and acclimate you and sell you on doing unconstitutional things. But I do want to say to the military and police and everybody listening to the sound of my voice, this is your last chance. This is America's last stand. Open world government is publicly been trumpeted, run by private banks, taxing, regulating every facet of our lives. The school children, the Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts are openly being recruited as spies. Public school children are being recruited. Every form of tyranny. If you had a checklist of 100 things that mean tyranny, every one of them has been checked. I've never seen this much preparation for tyranny. I've never seen this much due diligence and time spent setting up a corrupt system. They know America's a big target to bring down with wealth and freedom and a spoiled population that believes it deserves all this stuff. We are decadent. And they know it's not going to be easy, but they mean business. And the final phases of the operation are being green-lighted. And we are now inside the New World Order. So for anybody out there that ever wanted to have a chance to really fight tyranny, and for anybody who ever wanted to stand up for their nation, there's no doubt this is a just war. There is no doubt that we're facing corruption. There is no doubt that it is growing exponentially. There is no doubt we've got a hellish road we got to go down. But gutting up, getting focused, getting serious, and getting your mind straight is the #1 thing that can counter it. The Pentagon will tell you 90% of a war is psychological today. You are under attack. There is a war on for your mind. 90% of war is psychological. We have a population that's ready to be awakened right now. We have a population that wants to be awakened and know something's wrong, but don't have the answers. I'm going to ask you, the listeners, to redouble your efforts like you never have before. Believe me, I'm redoubling my efforts. Sometimes my job's tough, but I know I got to do it because my family's worth it. And I have produced a tool, a weapon. It is a weapon that can save the Republic. But 99% of it is you getting the DVD at Infowars.com, buying the blank DVDs or CDs, making the copies, and giving it to people. And telling them, you want to know why America's falling apart? You want to know who the offshore banks are, what the master plan is? This is the film. Obama Deception is still the #1 hottest political film in the country online. We want to make this #1 and then some. Follow the Republic, available at Infowars.com, or call toll-free 888-253-3139. Please call 888-253-3139. You can also write to me, Alex Jones, at P.O. Box 19549, Austin, Texas 78760. And your purchase of the DVD makes this operation possible, and I want to thank you all for your support. Get it out there. I ended up having that guest on for about 30 minutes, that caller. I know we have loaded phones. I'm going to continue going through your calls. But when we get an important call like that, it's important to spend time with them. You just heard the Marine, but you don't have to believe he's a Marine or not. We have the state police press release, how the regular Marine Corps goes out and runs checkpoints searching U.S. citizens. It's illegal. And we should stand behind the Marines and help them say no. All right, let's go to your phone calls. Then I have articles like this one. In U.S., less education means more H1N1 concern. That's how Reuters spun this article, that, educated people won't take it, but the uneducated will because they're smarter. Yes, they're really spinning things now. No, educated people know to go check things out. Let's go ahead and talk to Steve in New Jersey. Steve, you're on the air.
Yes, Alex, God bless you.
God bless you. What's on your mind?
Alex, I want to shed some background information on the Novartis Corporation, the manufacturers of that vaccine. Okay. Are you there?
Yes.
My dad retired from that corporation over here in New Jersey. 2 years after retiring, unfortunately, he suffered a debilitating dementia and Alzheimer's disease. Now, I want to give you some background on this. It's called Novartis, Novartis. They're a Swiss pharmaceutical corporation. Okay? They bought out the Ciba-Geigy, Ciba-Geigy pharmaceutical corporation in the 90s. Okay?
Okay.
I just figured to give you some background information if you want to try to connect the dots somehow. But my dad retired after 2 years. He suffered a debilitating Alzheimer's, and at that time I was battling cancer myself.
And of course, all the studies state that if you take more than 3 flu shots, you double your chances of a neurological disorder or Alzheimer's. People don't believe me? Let's Google right now, flu vaccine, Alzheimer's, and 3 shots, doubling in Alzheimer's. Now, I'm the kook for telling people they better think twice before they take it. Let me guess, your dad really believed in it all and took the shots?
Well, my dad didn't take the shots. You have to understand, this was 4 years ago. He retired. He worked for
No, I understand, but he never took flu shots.
Not as far as I know.
Because you know that it's an epidemic in people that take shots getting Alzheimer's. They have teenagers getting it now, and they say that's normal now.
Alex, my dad worked in chemical manufacturing for that company over the years.
I'm just warning people about the shots, but here it is, flu shots and Alzheimer's. Go ahead.
But the reason why Novartis sends a chill down my spine is because I'm intimately connected with this company because of my own personal experience through my dad working for them. This is why, when I found out that they were the ones that manufactured this vaccine, were one of the pharmaceutical companies that manufactured this vaccine, it hit close to home for me because my dad retired from them.
Interesting. Anything else, sir?
No, that's about it. But I just wanted you, like I said, it's a Swiss pharmaceutical company that bought out Ciba-Geigy Corporation.
No, I mean, I knew who they were, and I know they're one of the biggest. I know they're one of the biggest in the world, and all 5 of these big manufacturers of the H1N1 are all just leave a trail of wreckage behind them. God bless you. Appreciate the call, Steve. Fred, Brian, Ron, Robert, and others. Your phone calls are straight ahead in the 4th and final hour today. I'm going to recap all the top flu news. Then I'm going to get into what's happening with the dollar and a lot more.